Welcome to this podcast where we help you improve your English and stay motivated every step of the way. Whether you're a beginner or someone who's been learning for years, one thing is certain: staying motivated is not always easy. That's what we're going to talk about today: how to stay motivated while learning English. Learning English can be exciting, but sometimes it feels slow, frustrating, or even lonely. Maybe you've asked yourself, am I improving at all, or will I ever be fluent? If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. This episode is just for you. In the next few hours, we'll talk about your journey. We'll talk about mindset. We'll talk about study routines, emotional ups and downs, confidence, and how to turn small wins into big progress. This is a conversation between you and me, a guide to keep your fire burning, no matter how long the journey seems. So take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin this journey together. Let's begin by recognizing something very important. Motivation doesn't always stay the same. It goes up and down like waves in the ocean. Sometimes you feel excited. You open your English books with energy. You listen to podcasts and you feel proud of your progress. Other days, you don't even want to look at a textbook. You feel like you're not good enough. You compare yourself to others, and that's okay. Why? Because every learner feels this way at some point. Even native speakers sometimes feel like they can't express themselves clearly. Motivation is not magic, it's a habit. A skill, something you build. And like any skill, it becomes stronger with time. You're not lazy, you're human. And you're doing something difficult and brave. Learning another language is not easy, but you're doing it. So let's explore how you can keep going. Stay positive and actually enjoy the process. If you want to stay motivated while learning English, you must start with one powerful question. Why are you learning English? This might seem like a simple question, but your answer matters more than you think. Your why is your fuel, it's the energy behind your journey. And when the journey gets hard, and it will, your reason, your purpose, your why will keep you moving. Let's look at a few examples. Maybe you're learning English to get a better job. Maybe you want to travel and feel confident in airports, hotels, or restaurants. Maybe you want to study abroad. Maybe you want to connect with people from other cultures. Or maybe you're learning English for yourself, to grow, to feel proud, to challenge your mind. There's no wrong answer, but there is a powerful truth. The stronger and more personal your reason, the easier it becomes to stay motivated. So take a moment, pause the podcast if you need to. Ask yourself, why am I really learning English? Write it down, speak it out loud. Keep it somewhere visible. This one small action will keep you going when motivation disappears. Another powerful way to stay motivated is to celebrate small victories. We often look at our big goals, fluency, confidence, understanding movies, and feel overwhelmed. But motivation lives in the little things. Ask yourself, did you learn 5 new words today? That's a win. Did you speak one sentence with confidence? That's a win. Did you finish a podcast episode or read a page in English? That's a win. Celebrate these. Smile. Say, I'm getting better. Because you are. You are not the same person you were when you started. Every new word you learn, every sentence you understand, it all adds up. Little steps led to big change. This mindset of seeing progress, not perfection, is what separates people who give up from people who succeed. Let me share a secret. Most people fail to stay motivated because they focus only on the result. I want to speak fluent English. But they forget something important. The process is where the real transformation happens. The daily routine, the quiet study time, the small conversations, the mistakes. Yes, even the mistakes, they're part of the process. You have to fall in love with the journey itself. Make learning fun, watch shows you enjoy. Read books or blogs about your favorite topics. Listen to music, practice with friends, or talk to yourself in English. Turn your study time into something you look forward to instead of something you have to do. Because when you enjoy the process, motivation becomes natural. It grows. It becomes a part of your identity. Big goals are exciting, but they can also feel scary. For example, I want to speak English fluently is a great goal. But what does it actually mean? To stay motivated, break that big goal into tiny, clear actions. Learn 10 new words this week. Practice 1 grammar point today. Watch a short English video and write 3 new sentences from it. Record yourself speaking for 2 minutes. These small actions make your progress feel real. And when progress feels real, motivation increases. Don't wait to feel motivated. Take action first, even small action. The motivation will follow. Your thoughts matter. If you keep saying, "I'm bad at English," or "I'll never learn this," your brain starts to believe it. And slowly, your motivation disappears. But if you say, "I'm learning," or "This is hard, but I'm improving," something powerful happens. You begin to believe in yourself. You begin to feel hope. You begin to feel stronger. So be kind to yourself. Replace doubt with belief. Replace fear with curiosity. Speak to yourself like someone who is growing, not someone who is stuck. One of the most powerful ways to stay motivated is to create a learning environment that you actually enjoy. Let's be honest, no one wants to sit in silence, staring at a textbook for hours every day. That's boring, that's stressful, and that's a fast way to lose motivation. Instead, let's make English learning feel exciting. Decorate your space with small reminders of your goals. Put up sticky notes with new vocabulary. Use colorful pens. Make your desk feel creative and alive. Use your phone or laptop to your advantage. Change your device language to English. Subscribe to English YouTube channels. Fill your world with English in small, natural ways. Surround yourself with sounds, colors, and tools that make English feel like a part of your daily life, not something you do only when you're studying. This way, motivation doesn't come from pressure, it comes from pleasure. Motivation gets weak when things feel repetitive. That's why variety is your best friend. Here's how you can keep things fresh. Monday, watch an English video and write 5 sentences about it. Tuesday, focus on vocabulary with flashcards or an app. Wednesday, practice listening by doing shadowing with a podcast. Thursday, speak to yourself or a language partner for 5-10 minutes. Friday, do a grammar mini-lesson or quiz. Saturday, read something interesting like a short story or blog. Sunday, rest or just review lightly. Each day feels different. Each activity targets a new skill. And most importantly, you don't get bored. When you enjoy the journey, your brain stays alert, happy and curious, and that means more motivation. So many learners lose motivation because they're afraid of making mistakes. They say, "What if I say it wrong? What if people laugh? What if I look foolish?" But here's the truth, mistakes are not the enemy. They are teachers, and they are necessary. Think about how babies learn to speak. Do they worry about grammar? Do they cry when they say the wrong word? No, they laugh, they repeat, and they keep trying. That's how we all learn, through trial, error, and repetition. So when you make a mistake, smile, say, "I'm learning." You're not failing, you're growing. This mindset will keep your motivation strong, even on hard days. Goals are great, but habits are powerful. A goal is something you want to reach, like, "I want to speak English fluently." But a habit is something you do every day, like listening to English for 10 minutes every morning. When motivation disappears, and it will sometimes, your habits will keep you moving. Here's how to build strong habits. Pick a specific time each day for English. Maybe after breakfast or before bed. Keep it short and simple. Start with just 10-15 minutes. Make it part of your routine, like brushing your teeth, like checking your phone. Reward yourself after, celebrate your discipline. With time, these habits become part of your identity. You're not trying to learn English. You're just someone who learns English. And that's where motivation becomes automatic. Learning English doesn't have to be a lonely journey. In fact, it shouldn't be. One of the most powerful ways to stay motivated is by connecting with other learners, people just like you who are working, struggling, improving, and growing. When you connect with others, you realize something important. You are not alone. Here are some great ways to find your English community. Join English learning groups on Facebook or Telegram. Use apps like HelloTalk, Tandem, or Speaky to talk with other learners. Comment on English YouTube videos and start a small conversation. Find a speaking partner for regular conversations. Join a live English class or an online community forum. When you talk to other learners, you share motivation. You support each other. You laugh at your mistakes together. You celebrate small victories together. This emotional connection makes you feel more committed. You don't want to give up because you're not walking alone. You're part of something bigger. And that, my friend, is powerful. It's easy to forget how far you've come when you're focused only on where you want to go. That's why it's important to track your progress. Keep a notebook. Write down the new words you've learned each week. Record short voice messages once a month and listen to the changes. Write diary entries in English and see how your writing improves. When you track your growth, you build belief, you see results. You get proof that your effort is working. And when you feel stuck or frustrated, you can go back and say, "Look how far I've come. I'm not the same person I was 3 months ago." Progress is not always fast, but it's always happening, especially if you stay consistent. One of the biggest killers of motivation is unrealistic expectations. Many learners expect to be fluent in a few months. They want quick results. But English, like any language, takes time. It's okay if it takes a year, or 2, or more. You're not behind, you're not slow. You're doing something meaningful. And real progress takes time. So let go of pressure, let go of comparison. Instead, trust the process. Take one step every day. Your journey is unique, and success will come if you don't give up. Remember, it's not about speed. It's about persistence. We all have days when we feel low. When you don't want to study, when your brain feels tired, when everything feels hard. That's normal, that's human. But on those days, you can use little motivation boosters to get your energy back. Listen to an English success story on YouTube or a podcast. Watch a motivational video with subtitles in English. Read an inspiring quote or message. Remind yourself of your why. Do just 5 minutes of easy, fun English, no pressure. Motivation isn't about being perfect. It's about keeping the fire alive even when it's small. Some days your flame will burn bright. Other days it's just a little spark. But as long as it's still there, you're still on the path. You are doing something amazing. You're learning a new language. You're growing your mind. You're becoming someone new. So stop waiting for the big win to feel proud. Start celebrating yourself every step of the way. Finished a podcast episode, celebrate. Learned a new expression, smile. Practice speaking even if it was hard, you deserve a reward. This is not just about learning English. It's about building your confidence, your habits, and your mindset. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel proud. Because you're doing the work. And that's what truly matters. Let's talk about one of the biggest secrets to success in learning English and in anything else in life. Consistency over intensity. You don't need to study for 5 hours in one day. You need to study for 15, 30 minutes every day. Big effort once a week is not as powerful as small effort every day. Why? Because consistency trains your brain. It tells your mind, this is who I am. I learn English, it's part of my life. Here's how to make consistency easy. Set a simple goal like, I will study English for 20 minutes after breakfast every day. Use a habit tracker or a calendar to mark every day you succeed. Keep your study sessions enjoyable so you actually look forward to them. Avoid perfection. Even if you just do 5 minutes one day, that still counts. When you stay consistent, you build momentum. And momentum leads to results. And results feed your motivation. So remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Now let's be honest. There will be bad days. Days when you feel sick. Days when your mood is low. Days when you skip studying and feel guilty about it. Guess what? That's okay. You are human. One bad day doesn't break your journey. What breaks your journey is the belief that I failed, so I should give up. Instead, say this. I missed one day, no big deal, I'll start again tomorrow. And then start again. Motivation is not about never falling. It's about getting up again and again. Forgive yourself quickly. Reset your mind. Get back to your routine. You didn't fail, you just paused. Now you're pressing play again. Let's think differently now. What if English wasn't just a goal, something you want to finish? What if English was a lifestyle, something that's simply part of your daily life? That mindset shift changes everything. Here's how to live English, not just study it. Watch your favorite shows in English. Listen to music, podcasts, or audiobooks during your commute. Think in English when you're alone. Write your shopping list or diary in English. Follow English-speaking YouTubers or social media accounts. The more you integrate English into your daily life, the less effort it takes to stay motivated. It becomes a natural part of who you are. And that's the ultimate goal, not just to learn English but to live it. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself speaking English fluently. Imagine having a deep conversation with a native speaker. Imagine traveling to another country and feeling confident. Imagine watching movies, understanding jokes, making friends without fear. That future version of you is real. That version is waiting. Visualization is a powerful motivation tool. When you see your success, your brain starts believing in it. And when your brain believes it, your actions follow. So take 2 minutes each morning. Close your eyes. See your success. Feel it. Believe it. That small mental habit can fuel your motivation in a big way. Here's one final truth I want to share. Motivation is not magic. It's not something that just happens to you. It's something you create every single day. So make motivation part of your daily routine. Read an English quote each morning. Watch a 2-minute motivational video. Speak one kind sentence to yourself. Reflect on your progress. Smile and say, I'm getting better. Motivation is like brushing your teeth. You don't do it once and stop. You do it daily so your mind stays clean, focused, and strong. Keep feeding your spirit. Keep reminding yourself why you started. Keep showing up again and again. Because you're not just learning English. You're building character, discipline, and a new version of yourself. Let's talk about your challenges for a moment. Yes, you have them, we all do. Maybe it's a busy schedule. Maybe it's a lack of confidence. Maybe it's fear of speaking, fear of failing, or just a feeling of I'm not good enough. But here's the truth I want you to remember. Every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise. Don't run from your challenges, study them. Turn them into fuel. If you're afraid of speaking, start small. Record your voice, talk to yourself, one step at a time. If you don't have time, use your idle moments. Listen while walking, cooking, traveling. If you lack confidence, remind yourself that confidence is a result, not a requirement. Every English speaker you admire was once a beginner. They had doubts too, they stumbled too. The difference, they didn't stop. Let your challenge be your teacher. Let your struggle become your story. Let your obstacle become your reason. Sometimes learning a language feels like pressure, like homework, like stress. But it doesn't have to. What if English could become your escape? Your peace, your little pocket of joy every day. It's possible. Don't force yourself to study grammar if you hate it. Don't stress about speaking perfectly. Instead, do what feels light and alive. Watch funny English videos. Read a short story that excites you. Listen to a relaxing podcast or some calming music in English. Let English be the language of your curiosity, not your anxiety. When you stop fighting the process, you start flowing with it. And when you're flowing, motivation comes naturally. Do you know what keeps people stuck? They only celebrate big wins. They wait for fluency. They wait to speak without mistakes. They wait to understand everything. But the secret to motivation is celebrating the small wins. You understood a full sentence without translating. You used a new word while texting. You listened to an English song and caught some lyrics. You studied for 10 minutes even when you were tired. That's powerful. That's growth. That's progress. These small wins build confidence, and confidence builds consistency, and consistency brings fluency. So today, don't say, I did only a little. Say, I moved forward and I'm proud. Let's flip your perspective now. Mistakes are not signs of failure. They are signs that you are trying. And trying means you're learning. Mistakes are the footprints on the road to success. Every mistake means you stretched your limits. You spoke instead of staying silent. You tried instead of waiting to be perfect. Celebrate that. No baby learns to walk without falling. No speaker learns to speak without stammering. No learner becomes fluent without making errors. So next time you say something wrong, smile. You just took another step forward. That's not failure. That's progress. Let's imagine motivation is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it becomes weak. But if you exercise it even just a little every day, it grows stronger. How do you train your motivation muscle? By taking action even when you don't feel like it. You don't wait for motivation to come first. You start doing something, watching a video, reading a paragraph, repeating a phrase, and then motivation catches up. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates progress. Progress fuels motivation. So the next time you feel unmotivated, don't ask, how do I feel? Ask instead, what's one small thing I can do right now? And do it. That's how you train the motivation muscle, one rep. One moment, one sentence at a time. Comparison is the thief of joy. You hear someone speak fluent English and you think, I'll never sound like that. You watch someone learning faster and you feel slow. But the truth is, your journey is yours alone. Comparison makes you feel small, but connection makes you feel strong. Instead of saying, they're better than me, say, they're showing me what's possible. Instead of comparing, connect with those who inspire you. Learn from them, ask questions, cheer them on. You are not late. You are not behind. You are on your own path at your own pace, and that's perfectly okay. Let others inspire you, not intimidate you. One of the biggest fears English learners have is speaking. What if I make a mistake? What if they laugh at me? What if I sound stupid? Let me tell you something, everyone feels that fear. Even native speakers sometimes get nervous in front of people. The only way to get past the fear is to go through it. Start small. Talk to yourself in English. Record short audio clips. Say one sentence to a friend. Join a speaking group online. Ask one question in English per day. The more you speak, the less scared you become. And the less scared you become, the more motivated you'll feel. Don't wait to be confident. Speak first, confidence will follow. If you think of English as a destination, you'll always feel like you're not there yet. But if you think of it as a journey, you'll enjoy every step. Fluency is not a finish line. It's a path you walk every day. You don't have to rush. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep moving forward. And every moment, every lesson, every word, every sentence is a part of the story. The friends you'll make, the books you'll read, the cultures you'll discover, they're all waiting for you on the journey. So take a deep breath and smile. You're not behind, you're becoming. Why are you learning English? Is it just for school or work, or is it something deeper? Motivation becomes powerful when it's tied to purpose. Maybe you want to connect with people from around the world. Maybe you dream of traveling, teaching, or creating. Maybe you want to read books, watch movies, or tell your story. Whatever your reason, hold on to it. Write it down, say it out loud. Make it your reminder when things get hard. Because when your why is strong, you don't quit. You grow. Purpose gives your learning meaning, and meaning gives your motivation wings. Here's a big secret that very few learners talk about. Personalization creates motivation. What does that mean? It means the more you connect English to your real life, interests, and dreams, the more energy you'll have to keep going. If you love cooking, read recipes in English. If you love sports, listen to sports interviews or commentaries. If you love stories, read short fiction or watch English dramas. If you love music, study lyrics and sing along. When English becomes your English, it becomes exciting. You're not just learning a language anymore. You're building a lifestyle. So stop making English feel like a chore. Make it your companion in the things you already love. That's when learning becomes joy. That's when motivation becomes natural. Sometimes motivation isn't about willpower, it's about reminders. When you forget why you started, it's easy to quit. But when your goals are in front of your eyes, quitting becomes harder. So do this. Write your favorite English quote on a sticky note and put it on your mirror. Set a motivational background on your phone. Fluent English is coming. Hang a calendar and mark every day you practice, even for 10 minutes. Create a small vision board with pictures of what English will help you achieve: travel, career, connection. These simple visual reminders reconnect you with your goal. They say, hey, don't stop, you're doing something amazing. And that gentle nudge may be all you need to stay consistent. Many learners say, I already learned this word, or this lesson is too easy. But here's the truth. Repetition doesn't mean you're not learning, it means you're solidifying. Every time you review vocabulary, your brain strengthens the memory. Every time you rewatch a video or re-listen to a podcast, your comprehension deepens. Every time you say a sentence again, you say it with more confidence. You're not wasting time, you're building muscle. Think of English as learning an instrument. A musician practices the same chords every day. A dancer repeats the same moves. Why? Because mastery lives in repetition. So don't be afraid to go over something more than once. You're not going backward, you're digging deeper roots. Yes, we talk about consistency. Yes, we talk about showing up every day. But listen carefully. Rest is part of the process. If your brain feels tired, if your heart feels overwhelmed, pause. It doesn't mean you're lazy. It means you're human. Taking a break is not quitting, it's charging. It's allowing your mind to breathe so it can come back sharper, stronger, and more creative. Rest smartly, choose mindful breaks. Take a walk and listen to nature. Stretch your body, close your eyes, drink water slowly. When you return, you'll feel light. And that lightness brings motivation back with it. Remember, burnout kills more dreams than laziness ever will. So rest, then rise again. Here's the secret most learners miss. You don't need to make huge leaps. You just need to improve 1% each day. If you do that just 1% more today than yesterday, imagine where you'll be in 30 days, in 6 months, in 1 year. Small progress is powerful. 1 new word a day becomes 365 new words in a year. 10 minutes of practice each day becomes over 60 hours in a year. 1 new sentence spoken daily becomes the confidence to have a full conversation. Don't underestimate the small things. They are building your fluency 1 brick at a time. You don't need to be perfect, you need to be persistent. Just keep going 1% more. Thank you. Thank you for spending this time with me, for choosing to listen, to grow, and to believe in yourself. Learning English is not just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about courage, patience, and self-discovery. It's about showing up even when no one is watching. It's about whispering to yourself, I can, until that whisper becomes a voice, and that voice becomes fluency. So today, no matter where you are in your journey, whether you've just started or have been learning for years, please remember this. You are doing better than you think. You are stronger than you feel, and you are closer than you realize. Keep learning at your own pace. Celebrate your small wins. Be kind to yourself on the hard days. And never forget why you started. You're not just learning a language. You're building a bridge to the world, to others, and to the most confident version of you. So keep going. Your English voice is already inside you. And with every word, every step, every heartbeat, you're becoming unstoppable. Until next time, keep shining, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. Good night, good morning, or good day, wherever you are. I'm proud of you, and I'll see you again soon.